Good morning, everyone. My name is Ezekiel Schmidt, and I'm an artist in the Pacific Northwest. Today we're doing hand exercises. If you want to follow along, I'm on page 27 of Drawing Dynamic Hands by Bern Hogarth. Every day I try to do at least a drawing from one of the pages. Actually, no, I'm not on page 27, I'm on page 26. I lied. Sorry about that. Page 26 of Bern Hogarth's Drawing Dynamic Hands. Today we're practicing the foreshortened thumb positions. So I'm going to start by, as always, start with the arm. Just doing basic angles, that way I can kind of understand where the hand's going to be coming from. What I do first is, like, when I'm looking at the drawing, I'm breaking things down into just very basic shapes. So first, what does the whole mass of it look like? What's the main part of it look like? It's kind of like that, and then it narrows down about like that. Then there's another mass right here, kind of a triangle shape, actually about halfway of the palm. There you go. So what we're doing is we're drawing the hand from the side view with the thumb on the left side. And this way you've already kind of got the very basic shape of what the hand actually is going to be, like this part, you know. You can't, I've seen a lot of people like try to draw what they'll draw, so like they'll draw like the thumb and then they'll try to draw a finger or something like that. It's like, you can't draw a hand like that. I mean, you could, maybe if you're really good, but it's better to just start off understanding where your stuff is supposed to be positioned, and then draw your shit, because then you'll actually understand where everything is supposed to be going, rather than just kind of fumbling around. It's easy to do proportions that way, at least. That's what I think. Fingers, let's just draw some circles, kind of understand where the knuckles are at. And then a little bit closer. And then another knuckle about here. The tip of the finger is about here. Yeah. And this finger kind of follows this one. So this. The drawings aren't really drawn all the way, and I'm not going to spend the time to do that either, because that's not what the point of this is. Or at least of this drawing. as always, do kind of pretty things. That way, easier to draw the undulating part. Hands always look like crap when you first start drawing. That's something people need to kind of get used to. Nothing that you're going to draw that looks good later on is going to look good at first. It's going to look like shit. And that's why you sketch out stuff first, so that way you have an understanding of where things are. So on this drawing, it's showing where the lines of the arcs of the kind of the hands are. So the knuckle should be right here, and that tip should go up here. Where the knuckle is. Okay, so let's start kind of filling in the flesh a little bit. Remember, the flesh always kind of comes out a little bit more towards the beginning and then kind of tapers down. Especially the thumb is almost like an arrow shape. The finger pads are a little fleshy, so you got to give it kind of a bump right here. And especially the underside, you have to think like how the muscles are kind of like on your hand. Get that a little bit right here. This is where most of the meat's going to be, not on top. It's going to be right here. So when you're drawing, start from the bottom, especially if you're doing it, you're looking at the underside. And so since we did the ball and rod method, the sweep of the fingers already kind of worked in there. That was a little misplaced, but that's all right. Since we're looking at the hand from the pinky side up, or with it, oh dang it, it's really my hand. Remember that little bone right before the wrist sticks out. just gonna do some basic shading. That really makes the drawing look a lot better. It's just getting a little bit of shading in. You gotta think of where your light source is. From here, it's a little bit easier just because I'm trying to copy the shading that's done on here or on his drawings. But when you're normally drawing, you gotta think of where your light source is, how this is hitting it, and the shapes of the masses that you're looking at. Masses of the hand, I guess you could say. Balls and rods real quick. It's a little bit easier to shade it in. That's it for that hand. Quick sip of my tea. But that's why it's good to look at things in relation to each other, because that's how you can see how to proportion things properly. Like, even if the hand doesn't look that great, at least it's in proportion to itself. So it'll look less weird than it could. That's something I've definitely learned. Back up a little bit, and then we'll start the next drawing. About 15 minutes left. Basic shape is triangle. Kind of a triangle. And so where the first thumb knuckle comes out, will be about halfway through the hand. So you got the one right here, one right here, and one right here. And then another, like, they're all about equal lengths. What about that tip of the thumb right here? right on this line, get your knuckles. This one only shows 2 fingers, so we're just gonna go with that. Get a little bit closer, so we draw the knuckle. This one about here. They're like right next to each other, so. Oh, let's see you getting a little bit. There, zoom in. Just zoom out just a little touch. There you can see it. Probably the tip of the bone just a little bit. And this one too. Just a little bit closer. There we go. And do last knuckle right here. Oh. No. Let's see. I think put these in a little too far. Here. Knuckle out here. I like doing the circle and the ball and rod method because like it's easier to just kind of move the circles around than it is to redraw the whole finger. I can already kind of see where it's about to go. Here. Oh, no, right here. I'm trying to get close to the drawing, but not exactly copy it, just because I'm trying to understand the principles of what's going on rather than just draw exactly what I'm seeing. Which is, it's easy, but it takes longer, and you understand less. The whole point of these exercises is to understand what's actually going on and learn how to break it down so that way you can use it in other drawings and stuff. Like if I have an idea and I want to do it, but I don't have the understanding of how I'm supposed to draw a hand, and I don't have a reference, that's going to make it a lot harder. This one just follows it. So let's put in a little bit of flesh. Remember, it starts a little bit thicker at the beginning, tapers down, and sweeps into it. This part not so much. More of the meat is on the underside, remember. So we're going to draw that kind of coming up and attach it to the knuckle. And from right about the knuckle, we're going to come out. Get that arrow shape, and since the knuckles are already, we've already kind of got that sweep in there, makes the thumb a lot easier to draw. A little bit more of that kind of thumb bone in there. And then from there it's just kind of a biplane. And then we got the underside of the palm meat kind of sticking out. Kind of, it's whatever this part is. You can see on the camera, yeah. So like this little bit, this little fleshy bit. It's from the I don't know, it's thumb wedge. There's just an actual term for it, but I'm too tired to draw more of the top of the hand. So we're gonna draw kind of, I guess this is part of the bone, but also like there's these stuff like that kind of stick out. So that creates a little bit of a different shading over here. So it creates a separation. So I'm gonna draw that in real quick. I'll draw this knuckle real quick. Now we have an understanding of where the knuckle is, where it's supposed to be. Got the little beady bits kind of done. And the thumb bone right in here, so that way it makes it a little bit more visible. So we understand where that's coming from. I'm gonna erase this ball real quick because it's already been in place. And again, very little meat on top. Most of the meat gonna be on the bottom, and especially since the finger is kind of pulled in a little bit, you're gonna have that extra stuff. A little bit more contracted, kind of like when you squeezing your arm to make your bicep big. That whole spiel. Look at that. And since we already did the ball and rod thing, the little in sweeps really help to make sure that instead of making our fingers look like just like this, like little cartoonish kind of sausages, they actually have some dimension to it. They have some more lifelike features. Rather than just making a lip sausage looking thing. I'm not gonna say what it looks like, you already know, but because of that ball and then doing the rod like that, you can easily do a finger from this way, and this will be at the top of the finger, or flip around and do it this way, and here. Look at that, boom. You've already got tip of the finger right there. See how simple that is? And this part doesn't actually have much drawn on it in the original, and I'm not gonna waste my time on it. Do a little bit of shading real quick. Put those fingernails in, makes it look a lot more like a hand. I'm just trying to get some dimensionality to this. Real quick before we have to go. Get rid of some of these balls. That's about all the time that I have for today. Review what we got so far. And I'm going to read the page. So, foreshortened thumb positions. The drawing here shows foreshortened views and emphasizes thumb placement. The curved series of arrows, these things right here, indicates how the thumb in advancing and receding positions in the depth plane relates to the mid-hand, both dorsal and palmar sides. So your dorsal side is right here, and then your palmar side is right here. Palm, dorsal. The palm knuckles and index finger knuckles. Using these measuring cues can help you draw with more ease. So, like, if you know where your knuckles are, your top knuckles are, you're gonna know where you can put the last knuckle of the thumb, and where the tip of the thumb should go in relation to the rest of the hand. It makes it just a lot easier. And that's page 26 of Vern Hogarth's Drawing Dynamic Hands. Hope you all enjoyed it. My name is Ezekiel Schmidt. If you want to see more of these, subscribe, yada yada yada. You know the drill with YouTube. If you want to see my actual art, go to my website. The link is in the description, EzekielSchmidtArt.com. Got lots of really cool stuff on there. Yeah. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I will see y'all tomorrow.